So I got my new camera set up. Look at that.
That's
Every little
sick.
freckle. Yeah. Every little eyebrow hair. How about you? How's life? What's the update? How was New York City Amazon conference?
It was nonstop. It was great. Sunday to Wednesday morning, every single second was optimized.
Wow.
A lot of fun
3 days,
see
huh?
some old friends. Yeah, yeah, essentially flew in Sunday and then immediately met up with some people over at the bathhouse, sauna, cold plunge place. A handful of sellers were there just to catch a little sauna before the conference. And Monday, pretty much all day events, and same thing Tuesday. And then I actually did sauna plunge with a service provider guy that I had met on the way out right before my flight and straight to the airport from there. It was great.
Dude, I love how like sauna and cold plunge places are like the new meeting places. It's like the best as we are, talking about in the sauna in Austin. It's like you meet people in there. It's a magnet for like-minded, like fitness-minded people. You're in there. It's like you have to talk. It's like you're in a little box. That's
It was
awesome that you
great.
did sauna and cold plunge. I saw a YouTube video about these bathhouses popping up in New York.
Yep, this one is nice. It's called Bathhouse,
I think I
so
saw a YouTube video about
it's
this.
awesome.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it. It was a good price too. It's like $40 for a day pass, which like that's pretty competitive, especially for New York City. So very solid.
Yeah.
I was talking to a couple Amazon sellers while I was in the cold plunge. I'm in there like shivering. I'm like, "So how many products did you launch this year?" Like they're
Yeah.
great. They had like a food and beverage brand, but I'm in there. It's like 3 minutes went by. I'm starting to freeze. I'm like, all right, let's move to the sauna now.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
warm up.
I was just gonna say I have like a podcast show idea where it's sauna and ice bath, and it would be called Hot Takes. It's kind of like Hot
Oh,
Ones, but it's in the
nice.
sauna and it's hot takes. But you would have to go back and forth. Obviously, you can't be in the sauna for an hour and you can't be in the ice bath for an hour. So it would be like camera guys following you around, and then you're just going back and forth for do a few rounds, and then that's the show. That's the podcast. I wonder if anyone's done that.
That'd
I
be
might have to do
awesome.
that if you come out here.
That would be fun. I'm down. It would also be funny to like have like a pressure to answer like a pretty difficult question in the cold
Yeah.
plunge because it's
Oh
like
yeah.
you got to answer quick or else you're gonna be
Yeah.
real cold.
Yeah, great idea. And then also, I was gonna regarding sauna and cold plunge and how it relates to Amazon. So just reiterating how much of a growing trend it is. I mean, you already when I got to Austin, I didn't know that you had launched cold bath thermometers.
Yeah,
Like that's genius. I think I would say to if anyone came to me and be like, "Hey, what's a brand I should start?" Something around sauna and cold plunge because it's. I mean, I'm in Bali. It's the epicenter, tip of the spear in terms of cold plunge and sauna clubs and evolution. Austin's right behind up there, and then obviously New York, the forward cities. But 100%, I would say that. And I have a product idea that if anyone steals this idea, you better give me a kickback. But I'm just gonna say fuck it and say it live on air. So, and if anyone wants to partner, with us or Dave on this. So, have you heard like when you go in sauna, people say it can be unhealthy when your nuts get hot. So you know
Yep.
the sauna
I heard
hats?
that.
Sauna hats are a thing. Everyone's seen those. And those go back to the Finnish saunas and stuff. And I was asking people, I was like, what's the point of it? And so there's 2 points. One, it actually does it keep your head make your head more hot. So you hot it back, make actually heat up faster. And then the other thing is hair. It doesn't fry your hair as much. So women like it
That's
so it
one that I
doesn't
did. Yeah.
protect your hair. So it can protect your hair. But the other big glaring thing that all the health gurus talk about on YouTube is you don't want your nuts to get hot. And there's been a study on this. I just watched a YouTube video, and luckily, the good news is that your sperm count does recover within like a month. But they did a study when it's heated down there, the sperm count goes down like right away. So it's been shown that when it's hot down there, the sperm count goes down like right away. Like that's just how it works. It needs to be at the perfect temperature, which is why it's outside of the body because sperm need to be at the perfect temperature. And so if you're doing a lot of sauna, your sperm count will be permanently down. This has been shown. And so I'm like, how do we have a product to keep the nuts cold? And so it's basically thinking of a name off the top of my head, nutsack ice pack. And it's like a girdle. And the funny thing about this product, it's ridiculous and funny. And that's why it will go viral on social media and people will tag it and people will take a picture of it and be like, "Oh, that's hilarious. You guys have the ice pack nutsack?" And it's just a girdle. If you wear it outside of your shorts, and it's just a girdle, and there's just an ice pack in there. And how do you keep it cold, right? The place would have to have either a separate freezer, or they would just be in the ice baths. That might be kind of like weird, like, but it's not on your skin, it's around your shorts. And it's just got a little ice pack there, like the normal freezer ice pack, but it's called ice pack nutsack. And people will be wearing them. Number one, because it's funny. Number two, the real hardcore guys will be like, no, I'm serious about this. Like, I don't want my nuts to get because I'm trying to get pregnant right now or something like that. That's a real thing. If you do sauna a lot, multiple times a week, it's, as I just said, it's been shown that the sperm count goes down. And so if they want to keep the nuts at room temperature, product idea.
There you go. Brian Johnson's talking about it. I think I've heard him talk about
Oh yeah.
this at least a couple times about this exact topic that you're saying. Got to keep them cold while you're in there. This is
Yeah. So the nut
it is
chiller,
known.
or if anyone's watching, what's your best product name? And actually, if I say a name right now on YouTube, that's proof that I can actually trademark it later and no one else can steal it because I can show that I'm the first one to say it. Interesting
Interesting.
thing. So
I
yeah,
didn't know
nut sack, ice pack, nut chiller, sack pack.
that.
Anyways,
That's a good product idea.
yeah,
I'm doing
that's my little intro on sauna and ice bath and how it relates to trends, because the trend is still just the beginning in terms of it hasn't hit the masses yet. It's still in the early adopter phase. Sauna and ice bath lifestyle.
Yeah, before I had launched the thermometers for the cold baths, I was looking at taking the concept of diving socks, like the really thick insulated socks that you use when you do scuba diving in
Hmm.
cold water, for the ice bath. Of, like, if you're someone that loses circulation in your toes quicker, I guess that's a thing. You would wear these socks. The material is called Neo Prene, I believe. And
Yeah.
that's what I was looking into doing. But then I bailed because I was like, nah, I think you should just be tough. You just go in the ice bath, just be tough. Don't wear the socks, just tough it out. But that is also a niche. It's not very big, but there's a decent amount of buyers that buy those diving socks. But I
Hmm.
personally have never seen anyone go into an ice bath with the little socks on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that wouldn't work in my mind. Wouldn't take off.
Yeah.
The only reason that the nutsack ice pack thing would work in my mind is because of the social virality. Yeah, because and the real health thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The awareness that if you do sauna a lot, like your sperm count drops. But your thermometers, what I would say with the thermometers, launch more of those and make them hilarious. Make one that's like a nutsack, or like a dildo, and people will be like, "What the fuck? Why is there a dildo floating in there?" And they get in there, and it's got your brand name and it's got your website. The social virality is like, the way I think is, what would someone take a picture of and share it on their Instagram story? So hilarious, the most hilarious thermometer, the most hilarious ice thermometers in the world. That's the brand. You got one that's like Donald Trump. You got one with all the people, and you could actually start this business with a 3D printer at your house. I'm sure if there's a DIer out
Yeah.
there, there's like epoxy 3D, but the 3D printers now are insane. I bet you could do that.
Yeah, that's smart. Smart. And that's
Anyways,
the 3D printers, that's your design. It's hard to replicate that. It's like if you create a design, if you create that rendering, versus nowadays, you just go to buy a thermometer, you're going to buy it from a supplier catalog. Everyone's going to have the same kind of 50 different designs at their fingertips. Otherwise, you're going to have to do some sort of custom product, which means higher queues and more complexity. But I like that idea of the 3D printer.
yeah, if you had a 3D printer, you could do custom ones as well. People could make them of their head. And so when you did the frog one, did you sell the actual thermometer, or was it just a topper that goes on top of their thermometer?
Whole thing. Yeah, yeah.
Whole
The whole
thing.
thing.
I wonder if
Yeah.
you could just make just sell the toppers that just go on the generic ones. That way, an establishment doesn't need to buy a whole new thermometer. They just pop it on the top of their one, and it's cheaper for you, cheaper for them, and you still get the sales.
Yeah, I like that idea. Like interchangeable tops.
Also, just an idea that popped in my head. If you could make the interchangeable tops have a little suction cup on the back of it, so it could stick to the end of the ice bath. Because when I get into the ice bath, it's kind of annoying that it's like floating all around, and I like dunk underwater. It's like I try to like move it to the end, like don't be all in my fucking space. Like, so if you could just stick it on the side with a little suction cup,
Yeah, that's a good one.
2-in-1
That is
feature.
always annoying. I personally take the thermometer out when I get into the bath because of that reason exactly, is it's annoying
Yeah.
if it, like,
It's
bumps
like
into you.
yeah, so yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, and if any
Nice, what
fans
do
are
you
listening, it's been with this topic, this product research and product development topic, me and Dave haven't even got there. It's, like, in our next phase of, like, doing consulting with people with, like, R&D and stuff. Because as people can see, I'm an ideas guy. I got ideas out the wazoo, and so, we obviously know a lot of brands, like, one of the keys to success is what's the next product, making the best products. We don't have a service for that yet other than just a regular consultation calls. You know, they can help you with and answer any questions that you may have. And obviously, if you're a client of ours, we answer any question you may have, even if it's regarding R&D. Like Josh has helped a lot of his clients with R&D over the years, like low key, like, yeah, no, launch this product. No, this product sucks. But that as a standalone consultation service and or R&D mastermind. Anyway, it's in the back of my mind. If anyone out there is interested in product research consulting or has any needs, it's a need that we obviously see is out there. Yeah, get in
Yeah,
touch.
I spoke to a group today, and this is what we were talking about, was about the R&D, the consultation on what they should launch, what niches are better than others, because, they were thinking about launching into the pet supplements niche, and I just kind of told them, I'm like, listen, highly competitive. Of course, the subscribers are very sticky in the pet supplement space. Just know, like, you're going to be in a high cost per click niche. You got to have a strategy for getting your traffic. Your product needs to have a unique selling point. And so they were asking, okay, what are some other niches that you guys recommend? And I pointed them towards the $1 million supplement blueprint because we have in there the 1,000+ profitable niches list, all that research that has been done on some of the other niches. So that's where I've been pointing people, is if they don't know what to launch, they want to get some data or some information around different like supplement niches. I know that's something that we have as part of the supplement blueprint bundle, and you can look into each one, see which one's trending up, trending down. It's pretty much the work has been done for them in terms of looking at and identifying those niches.
The way that I think of it is like in today's economy, highly competitive on every platform Amazon, YouTube, Instagram. What does that mean? You just have to be better to win. The NBA, the MLB, the NFL, you just have to be better to make the NBA today than you did maybe 20 years ago. You just have to be better to make the page one on YouTube than you did 10 years ago. You just have to be better to get organic reach on your Instagram reels. You just have to be better to get on page one on Amazon than you did 10 years ago. So your product can't be mediocre. It's got to be banging fucking fire. So what I would say if someone said, yeah, what about the pet supplements niche? Do you have investors? What's your budget? You need to come in with investor backing a lot of money. And what's your goal with this business? Are you trying to make money fast? Then stay far away. Do you already have a successful business and you're an investor and you're looking to make money over the next 10 years and invest in digital real estate and then exit for multi-millions in 5 to 10 years? Or do you want to, sure, invest in real estate if you want? You're going to be in the green in 10 years, or invest in digital real estate. You could potentially be in the green in year two. So why are you even thinking about e-commerce? Obviously, you want to make money, but if you're looking for fast money, yeah, I heard you could make money on Amazon. Get away. Stay far away. Stay far away from any supplements or CPG. No, if you're an experienced business person, you want to invest and you're very what I'm getting at is you have to be very serious, very committed, and have significant investment in this brand. Because if you just try to like bootstrap it, you think you're gonna compete with fucking Zesty Paws and these $100 million brands? No, you're gonna
Yeah.
lose. Like all the brands Dave was saying. In other words, you think I'm gonna make the NBA if I'm like, yeah, I'll practice here and there. I'll practice on the weekends. You think I'm gonna make it as a YouTuber if I'm like, yeah, I'll kind of just throw some shit out there and hope, yeah, maybe get to 1 million subscribers? No, you gotta be fucking dedicated as a YouTuber for 10 years. I mean, as they say, any artist that blows up, any musical artist, people think they're overnight success. But what they didn't see was the 10 years of fucking grinding when no one knew their name and then they blew up. So, what I'm saying in summary, you need to be in it for the long term. You need to not be in it to make money fast, like in the next couple of years. You need to have significant capital and you need to be fucking dedicated to it. And if you're just an investor and you just have cash, then hire an agency like us to do it. And you just want to be passive investor. Yeah, we can do that for you. We can handle the branding. We can handle even the R&D for you. Yeah, put up the cash. And that's going to be a heavy rev share slash profit share situation. But yeah, we can do that. So you need someone on your team that knows what the fuck they're doing. And like I say in my videos, if you don't have $1 million branding, you'll never be $1 million brand. In summary, you can't just take a couple half-ass swings and expect to make the World Series. No, you got to be all fucking in these days because it's highly competitive. That being said, the consumer base on Amazon is higher than ever. So if you can get to page one and you do it all right, the reward is these $2 million revenue per month pet supplements and supplements that we see on Amazon. Drop the mic. That's what I would say. What
Love
say
it.
you? Yeah. I think for this recording, we'll go ahead and wrap it up and we'll see you on the next episode.